What's up, guys? We're gonna have a bit of a serious conversation today, a more interpersonal, reflective, maybe to some of you newer people, some people out there maybe wanting to get a little crazy, do some crazy stuff. Maybe I'll talk you off the ledge, or some of you you might do it anyway. So what we're gonna talk about today is like crypto, collectibles, hype cycles, and the dangers of them. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because this reminds me a lot of, what was it, like 2020, late 2020, 2021, when crypto just went crazy. And to give you guys like an idea, and again, I'm not a super wealthy person, all right? Just stupid. This is by no means a flex. I am like upper middle class at best. I lived in California for 4 years. I know wealthy people. I'm not that. Okay. So this reminds 2019. And around there, if you go look, I was telling me and my friend, shout out to Dietrich, him and me were finally kind of figuring out about Bitcoin. And we were kind of like talking to our friends about it, and we were like thinking about going in. And I mean, I'll tell you, like, for example, I was buying like $25, $50 a paycheck, like very little. And it was fluctuating around like 5 to 7K a coin. So I was only like $50, $25, $50 a check. Okay. And we're telling everybody about it, and they're just like, basically they're like, that's nonsense. They're like, but why does it have value? I don't understand why it has value. I'm not going to get in all of it today. I'm not going to try and sell you on Bitcoin. But then I remember those exact same people who were like, this is dumb, this is stupid. When it was getting to like 40, 50K, they were like, how do I buy Bitcoin? Tell me how to get into Bitcoin. Tell me all about Bitcoin. I need to know. Tell me all about it. Right? And then what happens? They finally get into it around 60K, and then you know the story, right? It goes back down to like 20K, which is totally fine. And I told them, they're like, what are you going to do when it drops? I'm like, I'm going to buy more. I was like, I don't think you understand. I've been buying it since it was like 5,000, 7,000. Of course I'm going to buy more. But anyway, that's not the story today. The point is, it's the same thing with Pokemon. Oh, you were into oh, it's all a scam. And it's funny now because so everything crashes. We have everything crash in like 2022, like late 2021, 2022, whatever. Bitcoin goes back down to like, 20, 30K. Everyone's saying, I told you it was a scam. I told you, look at me, I lost all my money. I'll tell you guys a story. I had a friend who he took his dad's life savings. These are people from, I'm not going to say his name, but this was in California, and they were like from Lebanon or some shit. He takes his dad's life savings and all his money, and they throw it in whatever that like stable coin, like whatever that was. If you know, you know. It was the one that like brought down FTX, Luna, whatever. Anyway, loses everything, bro. So it's times like this, and we're going through that exact same thing again right now. And I have all these people popping up. Like, I had to stop my stepdad, who's like, God bless, I don't think he's going, my stepdad is like a that man is wealthy. That man is wealthy. I don't get a penny of it, right? But that man is wealthy. And he has like people, he's like, hey, this guy's trying to get me to trade like Ethereum. And I was talking to this man when Bitcoin was 7K, and all I know is if he would have bought, my God, then I'd be a very rich person if he had actually gotten into Bitcoin. But I just find it now that I have these wealthy people coming to me when Bitcoin's now at 98K, and they're like, man, really? Oh, I should have listened to you. It's just like, oh, here we go again. We're doing it all over again. And so that's the whole point of this video. Do not go throw your life savings into Bitcoin at 98K. Do I think Bitcoin could hit 500,000? Yeah, probably. But I think, honestly, if you want my opinion, I think by the end of the year, it could be down to like 80K. Because I think we're going to see people dumping it into Pokemon. We're going to see people dumping it into other collectible assets. You can't, anyone who knows the crypto market, bro, you can't, or any market, you can't see runs like this and not see a little bit of a dip. So the whole point of this video is don't throw everything into Bitcoin right now. If you want my personal opinion, I think we're going to see Bitcoin dip around 80K come Black Friday because everyone's going to be going out and buying stuff on sale with probably their crypto gains. So if you want my opinion, we could see a crypto dip in the next week or two. That's when I would buy. Now, if you don't have any Bitcoin, like, yeah, go get a little bit, right? Like, just go get some now, but just buy it, right? Like, it's gonna dip though. Like, in my personal opinion, it's gonna dip. Now, am I selling all of mine because no, of course not, right? Like, I don't know, but more than likely, we're gonna see it dip down back to like 80, 85K. It could shoot right back up like a few days later, right? But that's how this works, right? People just see these straight lines up and they're just like, oh, it's gonna go forever. And then they go throw 100K into Bitcoin. They go buy a Bitcoin, and then it dips down to 80K, and they're like, what's going on? Same thing with Pokemon. They're gonna go buy Evolving Skies at $700 or $1,000 a box, and it's gonna correct back down to 800 for a week, and they're gonna freak out. Guys, I would love for you to join us if you're new to here. This is a lot of fun. You can get into a lot of this. Here's the truth, though. Stuff like this, it's a drug. It'll get you high. I can tell you right now, I remember the first time I won like a big online poker tournament. It was like a $5 buy-in. It's like 1,000 entries. And I think I won like $1,600. I was up all night. I couldn't go back to bed. Like, anytime you're making, like, it is a drug. It'll get you high. And you got to be careful, bro. You can't be like staring at the charts. Like 24. That's the thing with the crypto market, right? And the market doesn't sleep. It doesn't stop like the stock market, right? And if you're someone kind of like me who's got like huge ADHD, like we're just being real here, right? I thought I had like a gambling problem. I wasn't losing money, but like nothing appealed to me other than like numbers and like just crunching numbers and like just pure raw, just like money mentality. And it just was like, I couldn't play video games anymore. It just wasn't fun. And so it wasn't like obviously you can lose a lot of fucking money, but even if you're not losing money, and even if like you're making money, it still can just like absorb you, and like you're just like, wow, all I think about now is like and that's why, to be honest with you, that's why I got away from all that and kind of into Pokemon, is because it's not as just pure raw numbers and data. It's like I can look at the pictures and it's a little bit more enjoyable, and it's not so cold cut, and it's a little bit more enjoyable. It makes me like just like feel like less like a machine. So, but I still, dabble with the other stuff. But the Pokemon, luckily, it brings the child out in me, so I don't just feel like a pure, calculating robot. But anyway, be careful, guys. Remember, I make this content. I'm sure there's people watching this that are way more successful than me. They don't need to hear any of this. Like, I get that, right? But this is for the new guy who's starting out, and I just don't YOLO it, bro. Don't YOLO it. I'll tell you, like, I stayed working as a manager at Best Buy for 3.5 years while I was just accumulating product. And then eventually, once I reached a level, then I was like, okay, like, and I had like a safety net. Like, I had the vision and everything planned out. Like, I keep all these like open booster boxes out here and stuff just to remind like where I started, just cracking packs and doing nonsense, and like where like I started and just buying like C tier reserve list cards and stuff, right? Like, you can't just hop in and be number one. And be careful if you have an addictive personality, because this is it. Just be careful, all right? I want everyone to succeed. Just remember, when people are making money, they're not just poofing that money into existence, right? That money is coming from somebody, right? So remember, a lot of times when people are making money, there's probably someone losing money, and just make sure you're not the person, right? So have a good one, guys.